Welcome everyone back to another live stream. We got a lot of data and things like that to get into. By all means, of course, the Schumann resonance is active, and as of lately, we have noticed a very odd pattern that I'm going to be showing you guys. On top of that, of course, if you guys didn't know, I've been working on my mini course. I'm wrapping it up tomorrow. We got that video coming out, so I think tomorrow it's already out or something, but we did it and we got our course. I think tomorrow it's already out or so. Yeah, really happy about that. Big video, and it's gonna be about it's all about the geomagnetic activity and the Schumann activity. It's all about how that stuff affects us. So we're going to be getting into a lot of this activity and whatnot. I'm so thankful for everyone who's supporting, liking, subscribing. You appreciate it. Thank you so much. There's a lot of things that we got to get into. So we're going to heavy focus the general Russian Schumann resonance. That's what we're going to get into first. Get into the Italian Schumann resonance, which has finally quieted down. A lot of videos have been, every day I'm making videos. So there's been so much content I have covered. And of course, not only that, but we've been also working on the Schumann resonance course. We've been doing streams and constantly keeping everybody updated. So welcome on everyone in. Joe Sky here. We have a lot of activity to get into. Here it is, Schumann resonance. Again, it's November 29, almost 11 p.m. right now, Eastern time. And basically, we got some of the most weirdest activity. Now, when you look at the previous day, we're getting vertical lines, vertical spikes. Then we're getting hit with intense energy, power 44. Then over here, which is the most recent activity within just a couple hours ago, this is where we have odd activity. Instead of having vertical lines, I'm seeing a different pattern of wider activity. So it's very different, and it's not usual that we have activity like this. It's definitely, intense. So this is very, very interesting here. Let me know how you guys are definitely feeling. This is definitely odd activity. It's pretty strong too. It's not high in the hertz, but I think it's more so of the quality. So very interesting here. Looking at the Italian Schumann resonance, it has definitely calmed down just a bit, and all we have right now are some vertical line red spikes, which are intense but nothing too crazy. So as you can see, things have just been really calm. And then of course we've had this really just odd activity here, which is pretty unusual. But it is active, or at least was more active. Let's just jump right into solar activity. KP4 on the index. Solar winds are pretty strong. We dipped down to a K6 on the magnetometers. And overall, of course, not much going on there. Now, when it comes to solar flare activity, here's where things get pretty crazy, though. So when we look at the last 24 hours, our strongest was an M2.9. The 72-hour max is an M5.96, which is pretty intense. So as you can see, there's been a lot of M-class solar flares. We've had about 1, 2, three, four, five M classes in just 24 hours, which is pretty intense. And of course, we have a very active sunspot on the far left, 4294. This is where we had the M class. Most of the M classes have been erupting from here. And as you can see on this model, which is loading, you can definitely see that's where that release was. Let me pull up the sunspot regions right now. I want 4294. So this one, believe it or not, is starting to face us. And this is one that is starting to get more active, more interesting here. We have a very strong chance of having an M class, and even, in my opinion, of course, a strong chance to have an X class solar flare. So this is definitely something to watch out for, especially when it starts to face us. As the sun starts to get more, I wouldn't say just faces, but get more closer, that's when things can get more intense. As the fact that it's growing larger and larger every few hours, even 12 hours or so, you're seeing massive changes on 4294. So we could definitely expect strong solar class flares from here. And I know people have been struggling with Starlink. I think they've been having a lot of tech issues lately. And people have to realize that, solar activity definitely plays a role, Solar storms, though. So solar activity definitely plays a role for certain people. Some people are very sensitive and they actually feel it. Not so much of just, solar activity, but just certain things, though, they tend to feel, though. They tend to be more sensitive to Schumann resonance spikes. They tend to be sensitive to solar activity, solar winds. It tends to actually have a small effect on them. Also, solar activity, regardless if someone is a sensitive person, but solar activity and geomagnetic activity, one way or another, coincide. Whenever we've had massive earthquakes, solar activity has been on the rise. A massive geomagnetic storm. So and right now, there is multiple volcanoes happening around the world. There was a M6 in Alaska recently. A 6 something in, in India? So okay, I'm not entirely sure if that's the right question or if I even know how to answer that question. But we're getting solar winds. That's what hits the earth. Plasma from the earth. Plasma from the sun gets ejected here. So, can't get too much into it. So good to see you here, Debs. It's been a while. So happy to see you here. But as you can see, pretty active sunspots. So good to see you here, Debs. I'm so happy. So as you can see, we have a massive coronal hole on the sun right now. That thing could store millions of Earths. It's a massive coronal hole. And all these dark lines right here, these are all, definitely, it's just crazy right now. So this right here, will be facing us within 24 to 48 hours. And I'm assuming probably within 24 hours or so. That's going to face us, and that's going to probably cause some geomagnetic activity, probably get us to a G1, G2 geomagnetic storm here, right? And this is where, we're definitely going to be feeling it. There's going to be a rise in a lot of activity as there has been so much solar activity, so much geomagnetic activity. So there's been a lot of crazy stuff. I think so, pretty much. I don't know too much about neutrons, but I think you're on the right point. How's everybody doing? Really appreciate everybody being in here. So yeah, so massive coronal hole, massive releases. Um, Definitely some interesting stuff going on here. Really? Yeah, it's probably been getting bombarded, you know? Yeah, so, yeah, I know there's this other guy here. So good to have you here, Debs. What you been up to? How you been? It's been a while, you know? Um, it's been a while. But yeah, there's no energetic neutrons and things like that. It's plasma that comes from the sun, um, basically. So when the sun erupts, such as the CMEs and the the coronal holes that we have, um, and the solar flares I was talking about, you pretty much get charged particles like plasma and solar wind. They're protons and electrons, not neutrons. And these are the things that can cause geomagnetic storms, auroras, and Schumann resonance shifts. And the reason why is because it's not so much directly from the sun, it's creating Earth's atmosphere. You know, gamma rays, the sun releases gamma rays, but they don't penetrate Earth's atmosphere to the ground. They affect the upper atmosphere, not people directly. Neutrons are created in Earth's atmosphere. The main thing that I think affects us, and that's what tomorrow's video is all about. Because I'm wrapping up that Schumann resonance mini course. You know, the first video was explaining what it is. Second video was how to read the chart, and the third video is how it affects us, and that's coming out tomorrow, or if it's already out, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna explain it all, and we do have got some good stuff out there. Well, yeah, overall, yeah, thankful. I'm so thankful for everyone liking, subscribing, and showing up, supporting. I really appreciate that. Um, Overall, got you. Appreciate you for sharing. Yeah, so yeah, for me, I mean, I've been doing the streams, big streams, talking about a lot of things. Been researching all the data, and I wrapped up the Schumann resonance course the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I know. I told you that they don't. And I never said the word gamma radiation and stuff, so I'm not entirely sure why you said super energetic neutrons and gamma radiation. I'm not sure if you're talking about like other things or something, but like that just doesn't really happen. Neutrons don't reach the Earth. And I did say that like 3 minutes ago, I think it was. All right. Well, I think that's it. I think we pretty much wrapped up the content. I mean, I could look at geomagnetic activity. But yeah, we pretty much covered what we needed to cover. I appreciate that. Seven, what's up? How you doing? It's been a while, buddy. Yeah, the December forecast I thought was insane. We have the Stargate portal happening next week, and full moon is gonna be a very interesting month. We had a 5.9 in Macquarie Island. I don't even know where that is. Must be like really low Australia. A 5.9 and a 5.8. How interesting is that? How's everybody doing? A lot of earthquakes in Alaska, but not too many, but a couple in what is this, Kansas? A few in the California area. A 3.0 in Puerto Rico. I think one of them in Argentina. Oh. All right. Is there anything else? I think that's it, guys. I'm so thankful and grateful for everyone who showed up and stuff. You're all appreciated. And yeah, I'm gonna make another video. I think the last of the Schumann Resonance mini course comes up tomorrow. And yeah. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Thank you guys so much. Good night. God bless and